and just show you what we need to do is to cut our warp threads. Now the warp threads here dictate the length of what you're going to make. So if I show you how we thread those through, as so. Right, so here we have 2 warp yarns which I'm going to thread through the bottom of this weaving stick. And here we are. It's a small hole, but it's quite easy with the aid of your threader here to get 2, 3 or even 4 yarns through this little hole. Now remember, whatever you're making, your warp yarns have to be twice the length of what you want to make, and always make sure you have about that much extra. You can always cut it off, but you can't actually stick it on at the end of your piece of work. So, there we go. So we've got our 5 sticks warped up, ready to start weaving, and I'm just going to tie a loose knot at the bottom so that they don't get all tangled up. Right, we're ready to go. Here we are. I'm just starting off, and I'm just going to catch that little end, tail end of the yarn. There we go. So it's a very simple procedure of in and out. Now here's a little loose end here, so I just catch it up, tuck it in that side, just so that it doesn't come unravelled. Just securing it each time. Now I don't think we need to bother to do that anymore, so I can simply snip that little loose end off there. Make sure you don't snip the wrong piece of yarn, and we're ready to carry on weaving. Now here, as our weaving gets nearer and closer to the top of the sticks, so that we can carry on, just very gently ease the sticks up just a little bit, so that you've got another 2-3 inches that you can carry weaving on. There we are, again, just evening it up, carrying on. So here we are, continuing our weaving. Now you can see there's a small space between each stick as I'm holding it, because it's important not to have it either too tight or loose, because as I showed you earlier, you need to be able to move the sticks up and down quite comfortably, but it won't take you very long to get the idea of what tension you need. Now as we've been weaving away like this, you'll see that as you gently pull the sticks up, your piece of weaving automatically works its way down the warps, down to the bottom where you've tied your knot. The length of the warps that you've cut here, you can make all sorts of things. Here's just a little example here. We've got a belt, which was just made on the 5 weaving sticks, as you can see. So lots of ideas. You can make textile jewellery, you can make headbands. In fact, you can make the strips and stitch them together to make a little mat. So here we are. Now, what I'm going to do at this stage is just switch to working on 2 sticks for you, just to make a little friendship bracelet, which is what the children do, to show you how you actually finish off the weaving sticks. Again, so as we pull the sticks up, so there we are, it's all coming further and further down your warp. So here we are, I've just got 2 little sticks here, and I'm going to make a little friendship bracelet, and that will show you how you complete and finish the whole item. There we go. Again, I'm just tying the knot at the bottom, leaving enough for a little fringe to tie there. Snip this off so that's nice and even. There we go. As we just did earlier, we're going to start off There we are, again securing our little tail end. Finish with that. Here we go, just like a figure of 8. So we've just about done enough weaving now to make a little friendship bracelet. A small amount more. So I should say that's going to be long enough, although it does shrink a little bit once you actually take it off the weaving sticks. But you soon learn really quickly to gauge exactly how much weaving you're going to need. So let's call it a day there. I don't need the yarn any longer, so that comes off. What I need to do now to complete is you've got your warps here and your knot that we tied at the beginning, if you remember. So we've got the weaving which has automatically started to move down onto the warps, and I simply pull the pegs up like this here. Up they come, right through until you reach the knot at the bottom, and just let's tweak it a little bit so that it's fairly tidy at the bottom here. Right, now at the beginning of our piece of work, if you remember, we caught that little tail end up at the side, but when you come to finish off, we just need to secure this loose end here through with the threader, and again just wriggle this up through the weaving, catch it in the top of your threader and pull it back through. All we're doing is just making sure that that top end doesn't unravel, and again just snip it off. So we've finished with our weaving sticks and we don't need them anymore. They can go back in the box. There. We've got our piece of weaving there. Let's trim that a little bit more. And we simply now tie a knot at the top end corresponding with the one that we did at the beginning. We have a little bracelet. Try and even up the fringe edges. And in a very, very short time, you've got a little bracelet that is very simple and very easy to make. If you want to be ambitious, you can plait the ends, or for example, thread some beads through to make it look a bit more attractive, a little bit different. And the children are absolutely delighted and thrilled with what they've achieved in a very short space of time.